And well, not back here, but in the back of my house, cleaning my kitchen. And well, I got it on video, and I was about to take the trash out. But when I first came out, it was two guys sitting there in that car, just sitting here watching me. You know, just watching my house. The gate was closed, and I came out to dump the mop water, and they just sitting there, and they gonna have the nerve to keep sitting there. All right. Then yeah, they going to these folks finna go to out. They either gonna get smoked or they going to prison. One or the other. They gonna stop coming around here. I tell you that much. And these two fags just sitting out there in the front, looking at my fucking back door. But then another thing I just noticed, I've been using this can, but I don't know if last week that shit is that the thing that the mechanical thing uses to grab the garbage can. But I don't know because I was about to do they know I'm about to do a video because I don't know, YouTube put this couple of videos in my, while I was cleaning, I'm listening to videos. See, does he have a shirt on? Oh, that's a shirt. I was like, no, that's not a shirt. This dude is walking around here with no shirt on. No, that's a shirt. Okay, that's a shirt. I was like, what the hell? My bad, dog. I was like, this shit look like it. All right, my bad, dog. I don't lie to nobody. But I'm finna do these two videos. I do two or three, and it shows either they're listening, but these is from days ago, right? Just like I was just talking about, is a couple of same shit. Remember, I was just talking about tomorrow. I'm gonna call them and give them a chance to, correct their mistake. And this is a government agency. Literally, like I said, I'm cleaning up right quick. I'm taking a small break to do this video. Well, let me show you. I got these guys on video. Because as I'm sitting there, the car, you hear it, like I said, what happened, I came out, I put some stuff in the garbage can. The box I bought, the new mop bucket that came, in the box, I put it in the garbage can. And then all of a sudden, I knew they was out here, so I was going to wait till later. But since they was out here, I said, all right, I'm going to take a break. These niggas sitting out here looking at my back door, right? And so I said, okay, now I went back in and got my phone. So I said, I'm gonna do the video I was thinking about. I'm gonna do it now. So as soon as I come out, I should have. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking straight. I should have turned on the phone immediately as I came out the door. It just came out, like I normally do, bust the gate open, yeah, and you know. But so as messing with the garbage, I mean with the box, because I had put it back here. I hear their car start up, because that mean they're watching me, because they knew I came out the back door. Just like that dude last night, they were just sitting right there. Now they're pulling off, right? Because I came out to make a video. Two dudes were just sitting there. They did, as I came out. Yeah, let's, if I get, what kind of car is that? I don't know, some little weird ass car. Can't tell, I can't get the tag. But as soon as they come out, they know I'm finna start filming them. So they start their car up. Like I said, as soon as I came out, this was about 3 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. Yeah, they were sitting out here, and I opened the gate to dump the water out my mop bucket, my new mop bucket, and they sitting out there just sitting in that same spot right there, but this time just looking, I'm like, oh, these niggas crazy for real. I said, okay, I dumped the water, went back inside, so I came and grabbed my phone and shit. But really, I was just gonna sit down like I'm doing now, and make the video. But I heard them start the car up. So okay, now I see. No, no, you know what? I was gonna put the trash out just like I did. I was gonna put the trash out. And like I was saying last night, the I bet now, like if I go next week or the week after, a week and a half back to them, them quarter car washes that cost a quarter, when they don't cost a quarter, but you put in quarters. But nowadays they got the credit card slot, that they go to. Now it's going to be a thing. It's always going to be, black people hugging and hey fam. Instead of just having men just handling business, washing their cars and getting the fuck on, it's going to be a hangout spot. All right, so now these videos, like I said, uh, I was just watching. This one,
have you noticed your Android phone getting slower over time? That's a serious red flag that your phone might be infected with
this right here. Supposedly, thankfully, the judge threw this shit out, but the people had to spend $40,000. That's what I'm talking about. They're getting people jacked up. This is down south, but these are Democrats. Democrats in Tennessee is another big Democrat stronghold. It's like Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah, it's like here, it's like Atlanta, strong Democrats. Watch what they did.
It is.
What the hell? This something's wrong with the audio.
And a miner on a sting operation to try to get Lookout Mountain Winery to sell alcohol to a miner. We're about to show you exactly what happened that day. And you're wondering, well, how do you know? Well, a lot of times in a court case,
Let me see if it's still gonna be the same. Probably is. Shit, I didn't know that shit was that. If I was listening to my headphones, it don't sound like, at least, but it play out of one side on your headphones. I ain't never heard shit like this. Wait a minute. It was still saying the same.
Business as you to a minor. Where
Look, here you go. This one sound better.
wine comes from his grandfather's recipes, the pizza comes from his grandmother's recipe. Alcohol and Beverage Commission sent in an agent and a minor on a sting operation to try to get Lookout Mountain Winery to sell alcohol to a minor. We're about to show you exactly what happened.
And when you listen to what like I said, it's so stupid. It's that they say. Remember, I told you how they got me a lot of times, not just government, but the stupid black people. It and some white people. What it is, like I said, what they take advantage of common courtesy, stuff that you would never expect. That's exactly what she said. She don't say it like I said, but that's what she's talking about. That's what she's explaining. These people are evil. It is, yeah. It costs you money, costs you a whole bunch of shit, and they really think they can get away with it.
You're wondering, well, how do you know? Well, a lot of times, see is exactly what happened that day, so you could see and judge it for yourself. An ABC agent walks in and asks about red wine. A teenager is standing behind her. He never speaks.
And I told her total, how much it was, and she agreed to it. So I went over to the bookcase to grab the bottle, which is right here. That's our Italian Trio. Then I walked back to the other side of the counter to grab a bag. This is where we seal our wines. I put it in the bag for her. Then I went back to my register to get her tickets. And at that moment, when I turn around, she's on the phone, pretending to be talking on the phone. So I put the wine and her receipt toward her. And at that moment, I found $40 sitting on the counter.
See, she tried to be. Yeah, she put the money down instead. First of all, that's an insult. Put the money in my hand. But like I said, the whole thing, they're trying to be funny.
Grabbed the money, went back to my register, and grabbed 50 cents. That's supposed to be her change. I turned around. The young man overreached, so I put the 50 cents on his hand. In the meantime, the phone rang, so I turned my back to answer the phone. I didn't see them when they were leaving.
Minutes later, another ABC agent walks into Lookout Winery and hands the Bordognas a $5,000 citation for selling wine to a minor.
These Democrat crooks finna go down. These niggas so stupid. That makes no sense. So basically, they're playing on people not paying. And it's not that she ain't paying attention. It's like, who expects that? A teenager, first of all, who in the hell wants wine? Expensive wine for, it ain't that expensive, $40. We was teenagers, if you wanted some wine, you get Boone's Farm. If you buying it for the girls, we're all 18, 17, whatever. You buy some, Andre or some shit. The cheap shit. But most teenagers gonna want beer. But secondly, who in the hell goes in? Every teenage generation, that's probably one thing we all got in common. You figure it out for yourself. Nobody goes in with the person that you want to buy the alcohol for you. That's another stupid shit. Like, who in the hell goes in with the day? You buy some. And first of all, another thing, who in the hell asks a stranger? I mean, maybe some of y'all did, but nobody I know ever asked a stranger. Waiting outside the store. And even if you did ask a stranger, why would you go in with them? Every teenager know. You figure that out on your own. Stay outside. No, you go inside. They're not going. You're not going inside. But but see, they had to spend a lot of money on court fees to fight they didn't think they would fight. That's what they like with me. They don't expect us to fight. They think we're like everybody else and just ain't going to fight it. It's like, nah, it's more than just the money. So they spent way more to fight it. But I think they should somehow, it's like they should get their court fees back for that bullshit. Because the court itself said what they did wasn't, illegal.
The minor had no interaction with Mrs. Bordogna. Mrs. Bordogna couldn't believe it. What customer? She didn't even know what he looked like.
I can even tell you because I never looked in his face. He had the hat. He has actually glasses, and we never talked. So I didn't even have to look at him. It was a conversation between me and her.
Co-owner and husband Chuck Bordonia.
Meanwhile, no conversation. Kid never drank it. Never asked for the booze, which is what the state statute says it has to happen.
But Bordonias were so mad about the citation, they told the agent, "We're taking you to court."
So then he has the sheer audacity to say, they don't understand why I'm mad. Is it because I'm Italian? My grandfather was born 1894, fought in World War I. I thought this prejudice went on way back then. I was brought up by people that you don't let anybody push you around, and you don't let an entity push you around.
The Bordonias not only took the ABC to court, they won. The judge called it a ruse, quote, designed to trick, mislead, encourage, or confuse the employee. The judge said...
That's what I remember. I said that, confused. See, now everybody's starting to understand. Remember I said they try to confuse you, but I said the only thing though, the good thing for us, it works only once, and everybody learns. Like, no, you're not doing this shit again. But the bottom line, they need to be punished for this shit. You know, and like he said, not reprimanded. They need to be fired for that shit. They don't need to be working for the state ABC board doing stupid shit like that.
Actually violated the law with this tactic.
Bordonia's
big win is expensive. They spent $1,000 out of retirement accounts fighting the government and are still waiting to see if the ABC will have to pay them back.
Money, time, stress, your daily life, and you build up this business every day, hard work. And for somebody to come in and for like less than 5 minutes writing a report against you and destroying your life, that's not fair.
So what does the ABC have to say about what happened? Well, they're not defending it. ABC Communications Director Aaron Rummage wrote, quote, "This incident did not reflect our usual practices or high standards of enforcement. We remain dedicated to fair and impartial enforcement and will use this experience..."
You know, they did old Democrat shit for the last 5-6 days. Yeah, well, we're just gonna need some retraining. It's like, no, these motherfuckers need to be fired. Fuck retraining.
Our commitment to upholding the highest level of professionalism in every case we handle, unquote. Not enough, says the Bordonia family. Not even close.
This is insane. These people don't need to be trained. They need fired. They need fired.
Man, yeah, they need firing, not no fucking training. You get training at your new job. And then here's another one.
Secret apps, they don't.
And like I said, it's like they was listening. I don't know, maybe the out with the computer, because that video I made earlier, that live stream, talking about this shit, this same type of shit they do here. And then all of a sudden, 2 days ago, this was 6 days ago, they put this in my recommendations, because I wouldn't have never looked for this. Like I just said, I might be able to sue this city.
Coming up, a police practice under scrutiny. I feel like the government is in my pocket.
Like they were looking for charges to stack upon us.
Laws that enable police departments to generate unlimited profit. Right there. Oh, my Lord.
You want me to explain this to you? It's a cash cow.
Impacting the public's trust in law enforcement.
They were looking for easy targets. If the police get behind me, I instantly have to record.
Officers speaking out.
He basically told me, if you don't do this, you're not going to have a fun time here.
And a lawmaker pledging to take... Hi, I'm investigative reporter Andy Parati. Tonight, we travel across Georgia, uncovering cities using their police departments to make money off the backs of drivers. This is not a story about speed traps. A civil liberties organization says Georgia is the worst state in the country with laws that enable or encourage the practice. We begin our investigation at an Atlanta pizza parlor.
That ain't the one I was looking for. It's another one. Yeah, this one right here.
News First Investigates. I'm Sierra Cummings, and this is Andy Parati next to me. How you doing, Andy?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. We've got another story today in your series that is called Taxation Through Citation. What is this particular story about?
Yeah, so this is a follow-up to an investigation that we did over the summer involving a town called the City of Lenox, and it's in South Georgia, and we found that about over 70% of the entire city's revenue came from traffic citations.
That's incredible.
It's this small little city, less than 2 square miles long, that runs along Interstate 75. And after the story aired, a couple months later, we found out that the state did something, and here's what they found. When we first met Lenox City Mayor Henry Baker in June, he felt passionate that drivers...
How it's always a nigga doing all this corrupt shit. It's like, how do y'all let these people get in charge? And this ain't black self-hating. What we're saying, you know, niggas up north, oh, Georgia is pretty racist. It's pretty racist down south. Not just Georgia, down south, period. It's like, no, the only problems you have is what black folks are. If black folks are in charge.
Speed should be held accountable.
If they are breaking the law,
by its police department.
they take an oath to uphold the law.
What the hell is he even talking
And Atlanta
about?
News' first investigation uncovered the city has now been found in violation of the law itself. 27 days after this city council meeting, the Georgia Department of Public Safety suspended Lenox's speed detection device permits for 180 days, meaning its officers cannot write speeding tickets for nearly 6 months. State investigators writing the city consistently altered tickets that had the effect of excluding the fines and forfeitures for citations issued for speeding, making it appear Lenox officers wrote fewer speeding citations than they actually did.
Abuse of power.
Abuse of power.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Charlie Johnson got a speeding ticket in Lenox earlier this year. He says he didn't deserve.
My response to that was, I felt used.
According to state investigators, after officers ticketed drivers for speeding, the city often
Yeah, that's
changed
exactly what I'm talking. People starting to, are like, we're all the same, you know. You see what I'm saying?
citations to unsafe driving. That practice allowed the city to circumvent a state law that caps revenue from speeding fines at 35% of the police department budget. After the Georgia Department of Public Safety audited the city, it discovered Lenox generated nearly 40% from speeding citations last year. Records show the city altered Charlie's speeding ticket too. Knowing what you know now, do you question whether you're...
You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinking like the rest of us now. It ain't just, I told you, it ain't about the money so much. It's just the fact that you're going to try to do this shit. These niggas gone crazy.
speeding ticket was legitimate?
Oh, I know it wasn't legitimate. Yeah, I never had a question about whether it was legitimate.
The state's response follows an Atlanta News First investigation which uncovered Lenox relies on the profit from its police force more than any other city in the state. In 2022, it collected $1.3 million from fines and forfeitures. That's nearly 73% of the town's budget.
$1.3 million for a 2-mile long stretch of highway going through that city. God damn, how many people did that? That's all they did was pull people over all day. They should be in jail.
A city of about 800 people that covers less
800 people. A city of 800 people. And you know people gonna pay it just to, a lot of people probably just mailed it in. So they don't get their license, don't get fucked up.
2 square miles along Interstate 75. We asked the mayor about that revenue in June. With so much revenue coming from traffic citations, some question what's the real motive? Safety or raising revenue?
Stops no one unless they're doing over 90 miles an hour up there.
It's hard to hear, but Mayor
What the
Baker
hell even the reporters, you can't even understand that nigga.
told us officers only ticket drivers who speed more than 90 miles per hour. During a hearing this past August with the Georgia Department of Public Safety, Lenox Police Chief Shane Daughtry claimed the ticket alterations were an accident.
This is just an honest mistake. I did not monitor it. I did not keep up with it. It's on me. It's my fault.
Honest mistake, yeah. Okay, corrupt ass. You Democrats.
State investigators at the hearing said the practice seemed intentional.
And another concern we have.
So it sounds like, I don't know. I guess they ain't falling for that shit. Like, no. But whatever it is, if he's taking the blame, he know, or either he got some of that money. They didn't gave it. You know what I'm saying?
This is 85% of your revenue was speed based. Only one ticket in 3 years was not written on the interstate for speeding in a 3-year period. That tells me there's not a whole lot of enforcement going on other than the interstate.
There's not a whole lot going on in Lennox other than
A South Georgia Police Department in a whole lot of trouble, accused of making too much cash off the backs of drivers.
I felt very abused, taken advantage of, and that's not a comfortable feeling for anybody.
I was bullied by Superman.
What is y'all with this bully shit? Bully. Remember I told y'all that y'all want to be bullies? It's not, y'all not no fucking bullies. You're nerds. Bullies let you know they're bullies. Y'all run. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all run and hide.
News First investigates. I'm Sierra Cummings.
New coming from traffic to make sure that
Yeah, y'all some fucking punks. Y'all play victim. Racism. Just like the mayor's black. I bet he told you racism. That's why, yeah, you ain't no fucking bully. Y'all some fucking punks. Don't even lie like that. You know, don't try to pump yourself up. You a punk bitch.
intentional.
And another concern we have, if you don't mind, Colonel, is 85% of your revenue was speed based. Only one ticket in 3 years was not written on the interstate for speeding in a 3-year period. That tells me there's not a whole lot of enforcement going on other than the interstate.
There's not a whole lot going on in Lennox other than
A South Georgia Police Department in a whole lot of trouble, accused of making too much cash off the backs of drivers.
So, Andy, this is a really big deal. They were essentially altering tickets.
Yeah, and this does not happen very often. What I mean by that, the state doesn't take action often on cities doing this sort of stuff. In fact, over the past 5 years, I think it's only happened one other time. This city will eventually be allowed to write speeding tickets again. Their suspension ends towards the end of December, just a few days after Christmas.
And I'm sure the state might be watching with a closeful eye.
Right, and there will be audits that will be conducted to make sure that they're following the law.
What's been the city's response after this particular story in the series aired?
So at first, it was crickets. We didn't hear anything from the city. And keep in mind, we're based in Atlanta, you and I,
Yeah.
our investigative unit is. Lennox is 3 hours south in
far out,
South
yeah.
Georgia. And I'm thinking maybe the city is just ignores until I got an email from the police chief. And the police chief saying, I'm letting you know I resigned back in August. And that's important because here's the sort of the timeline. The state, Georgia Highway Patrol, or Georgia State.
Yeah, so they're like, he resigned, and he writes a letter that so somebody made him do that. And the reporter goes on to say, he fell on his sword. That's in the Bible, but it's like, that ain't what he didn't do it voluntarily. If he, they trying to make it seem like he said it, he was setting it up for that. After you saw, where he's talking about, it was my fault, I just didn't pay attention. Truth, lies, the blame lies with me. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, stop. You know what I'm saying? They making, or either you taking some of the money, he get to keep some of the money he took, but who knows? But the bottom line is, like I said, these motherfuckers keep playing games, thinking ain't nobody gonna say nothing. And that's their problem. They just really, what it is, I think they've been getting away with it until they get with us. And so that's the problem. So they try to treat us like the other people who just take it or so. And then they don't realize until it's too late. Like, oh shit, this nigga know what he talking about. It's like, no, you can't do that. It's like, Yeah, they can't try to threaten us with oh, you're gonna get this and that. It's like, no, you can't do that. But we'll see.